We thought that the humane and reasonable thing to do when the city was being inhumane was to allow them to stay.
Well, tonight, that Albuquerque bookstore owner is facing backlash after allowing our local homeless to stay on his property.
So city officials claim on the other side it's an encampment and a public nuisance even, but a new ordinance could give that owner and others some leeway when it comes to Albuquerque's homeless crisis.
Yeah, Monica Lavergne joins us to explain what exactly is going on here. Monica.
Well, Quirky Used Books and More has been operating along Central for about 3 years, but some of Albuquerque's homeless population has been living on the property for even longer. But 9 months ago, the business owner allowed larger groups to live in the parking lot. That's when city officials declared there was a problem. But recent changes to a city ordinance could lead to some grace.
They essentially sought sanctuary here on our privately owned parking lot.
For 9 months, Gillum Curley has let about 15 people seek shelter outside of his business, Quirky Used Books and More, along Central.
The reality is they're not just going to evaporate. They're going to be somewhere. And I think it's better for them to be in my parking lot than to be in your neighborhood park, in the alley behind your home.
But Ed Fitzgerald, who owns a company and properties right across the street, doesn't agree.
For my tenants and for myself, and I noticed a rise in, street traffic in here, seemed like more drugs and more graffiti and just a sense of not being as safe as it had been.
And apparently Albuquerque city officials didn't like Curley's position either.
They indicated that they were going to take us before a hearing officer for an administrative hearing, which could result in significant fines, thousands of dollars, and an order to remove the people.
That hearing isn't happening until March. In the meantime, Albuquerque City Council is working out potential changes to its current nuisance property ordinance. The pitch is if a business or property gets 3 violations in 3 months, it will close while the city investigates. Curley worried calls about the encampment would be violations. But Monday night, city councilors agreed homeless staying on properties would not fall in that category.
We're hoping that the ordinance in its final form will not affect us, but we're still facing the hearing under the zoning code.
In a statement, a city spokesperson with the city's planning department says there are numerous health and safety violations at Quirky Books. They went on to say they responded to at least a dozen complaints last year, and Albuquerque police have responded to multiple incidents. Now, one of Curley's employees says because of their location, they're going to continue to see unhoused people on their property. Meanwhile, City Council didn't make a final decision on changing that ordinance. Councilors are looking to do that at a later meeting. Tessa, Trevor.